Welcome back, everybody, to Super Mega Baseball 2 Season Mode and Wranglers Baseball. We have started out our season 2-0, looking for a 3-0 start, facing once again today the Logmen, as we pretty much handled them last game, and so we are looking for a repeat type of game where we obviously want to pull out a nice win and start the season 3-0. So I am very excited to get this game underway.
So let's go ahead and get into this one. Going up against, again, the Logmen, who we just beat handily, really, 8-2. We'll see if they can put up a little bit better of a fight. I think it's going to really come down to their pitcher, Undermeyer, and whether or not she can hold us from scoring any runs. They used all of their relievers in the last game, so I imagine that everyone in their bullpen is tired. But let's go ahead and get into this one. Bro Davis, Nickel King, and Shaz Hatter are going to open it up for us. We'll see if Bro Davis can continue his hitting streak here, as he had 2 home runs in the last game. Opens right away with a strike. Coming right back, look at the same exact pitch. Just over to second base, and that is going to be out number 1. Nickel King now up to bat here. Strike number 1. Undermeyer's throwing the ball well so far. 1-1 count. Ooh, strike 2. And that one is low for strike number 3. Shaz Hatter now up to bat. He's kind of struggling here to start the season. You got to somehow figure out a way to get him on track.
Nope, that's inside.
Inside for ball number 1. There's strike number 1.
Outside.
Count now 2-1. And there's the chance. That actually is a fair ball. We're going to take Shaz Hatter. We're going to go for 2 on this one. And it looks like he's going to be close, and it was, but he is safe for the double. What, that went right over the third baseline. That's going to bring up now Jack Lopez. It's a nice hit there by Shaz Hatter. Nice to see him get on the board there with the double. Count to start here, 1-1 for Jack Lopez. 1-2 now. Undermeyer's got some junk here. It's kind of fooling me. Kind of getting some last-second curves. So that is going to be out number 3 there as we get the strikeout. Logmen have Carter, Finneman, and McLay coming up to bat here. I don't think Carter played in the last game. I don't recognize that name. Van Campbell here to start. Trying to get there. Severus Sasso with the out here to start. Judd Finneman now up to bat.
Nope.
Come on. I think that was a strike.
That pitch is too low.
I think that one was also a strike. Let's go. Now, and then I missed one. Ooh, nice catch. Sydney McLay now up to bat. These low pitches, she's not, oh, there we go, got one. Ooh, that's a big curve way outside. And now we're going to come back high and inside. Ooh, but ball 2. Change up now low and inside. Ball 3. Whew. Miss Sydney McLay is being patient. She's just waiting for her pitch. Let's see if she wants that one. Couldn't quite get there. Thought about diving, but just didn't hit the button in time. That is going to be a base hit and bring up Dax Pine. Oh, and she was going to run there. Have to pay attention to that. Oh, she doesn't run this time, so 2 strikes now. Let's try to get this guy out right now. Fighting off the pitches. And there it is. Got him for strike number 3, out number 3, and that's going to end the first inning. Larry Curtis, Severus Sasso, and John Johns coming up to bat now. See if we can get Larry Curtis going here. Be nice to see him get involved.
Nope. Outside.
Count now 1-1. Strike number 2, 1-2 now. Whew, felt like I had to swing at that one, although it was probably a little bit high, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder for out number 1. Severus Sasso now up to bat, just sitting at a 222 average here to start the season, and he gets, oh, I thought that hit him. That's ball number 1. There is ball number 2. There's strike number 1. So count now 2-1. And he hits one high. I don't think it's going to have enough. Looks like it's going to be caught at the warning track for out number 2. And now John Johns also with the same batting average, 222. Let's see if we can get this guy going. She's got some crazy junk. The pitches are just moving all over the place. 1-1 now, 1-2 now. And that one got me for strike number 3, out number 3. And that's going to take us now to the bottom of the second. Bobby Davis, Flick Samplemore, and Mateo Longstroke coming up here to bat. It feels like a very different game than the last one against the Log Bin. We'll have to see how it continues to go here, but struggling on the mound. Woo, that was weird. Kind of kicked off of Bro Davis's foot or something there, off his leg, and then kind of scooted off there into left field. Very weird looking play here. Let's see if we can get a double play ball here. Oh, that's way outside. Ooh, and she swung at it anyway. Interesting. Let's come back high and inside. There's ball number 1. Count now 1-2. Ooh, and she pops that one up, but it's going to go out of play. So count still 1-2. Let's come with the slider low and away. Runner was going. Change up low into the inside. Ball number 2. Count now 2-2. Let's come back high and inside. Ooh, and that one is popped up. Just trying to get over there and able to do it for out number 1. Didn't get the double play ball, but we still got the out there, and that's going to bring up Mateo Longstroke. Let's see if we can get him to hit into a double play. Ooh, nice strike number 1. Got him fooled. Strike number 2. Good spot for strike number 3. Nice pitching there by Van Campbell. And that's going to bring up Wayne Middleman. He's got, seems like things are going well for him. He is locked in and fit. Low into the inside to start. We're going to come with the curveball and see if we can get him to swing, which he does, and lifts it out to right field there. Shaz Hatter makes the catch for out number 3. And Ryan Dropkin, Van Campbell, and Bro Davis are coming up to bat here in the, what was it, the top of the third inning here. Let's see if we can get something going here. There is strike number 1, having a little bit of struggles here against Undermeyer. She's got the junk, and she is throwing it, and I am not able to figure out what she's doing. That one's just lifted out to left field and caught for out number 1. Van Campbell now up to bat. We'll see if he can help himself here. Ralph McRalphie did a good job last game. Let's see if Van Campbell can do the same. Not a good start. Oh, and he just smokes Undermeyer with the hit, and I think that's going to take her out of the game. I don't necessarily want that to be the case, but I don't know that they have a choice. Actually, she's going to stay in here. She throws a ball there to start. She's lost all of her velocity. Her fitness now is weak. 2-1 count now here to start, and Bro Davis blasts one right to center field, and that one is going to go for the 2-run home run. What a crazy turn of events as Van Campbell, our pitcher, hits one right at Undermeyer and she goes down, but she stays in the game. Seems like now she's a little bit down, weak, doesn't have much velocity. She's kind of lost all of her junk. And she gives up an immediate home run to Bro Davis. And count now is 2-1. There's strike number 2, so now 2-2. Got another opportunity there. That looked like a great pitch opportunity, and that one is taken out to right field. And will it have enough to go? And it does, as she gives up back-to-back home runs here. What a crazy turn of events in this one, as it seemed like I was struggling hitting Undermeyer's pitches, but our own pitcher comes in and hits one right back at her, and she goes down. But for some reason, she has stayed in the game. She's obviously injured. We have since hit 2 home runs. Shaz had her now up 2-1 count here. Make that 3-1 count. Will she give up another home run? But no, just a base hit. What a two-out rally here. It's going to continue now as Jack Lopez comes up to bat with Shaz Hatter on first base. First base. She starts there with a strike, but count now is 1-1. No, that was another opportunity. Count now 1-2. That one looks low. She's able to get it and throw it over to first for out number 3. But the damage was done there as 2 solo home runs. Able to get the score now 2-0. And Undermeyer, our pitcher, the pitcher, is going to be up to bat now. I'm really surprised. There we go. As they're going to bring in, it looks like I could have swore that was actually one of their pitchers. Maybe they got a couple guys with the same name. But we'll see here if we can get Mr. Is it Rago? I can't quite see his name. Come with the curveball here. Woo! Ooh. Oh, just got past Dropkin there at third base. Couldn't quite get to it. So that is a base hit. That's going to bring up Carter. She is 0 for 1 here on the day. Let's see if we can get her to hit into a double play. I really want to get a double play in this one. Haven't had one of those in a while. It's always a fun thing to get. There's strike number 2. Unless you're going to get strikeouts, I'll take those too. Let's go low into the inside this time. And we got her for the strikeout. Great pitching so far here by Van Campbell. Judd Finneman now up to bat. See if we can get him to maybe hit into a double play here and end this inning right now. Come with the change up to the outside. And it looks like maybe he will. We'll try to get it there. No, and both of them are safe. Just a kind of slow dribbler there to the shortstop and not able to turn it there for 2. Just the right kind of hit there. That would actually would have been maybe a good double play ball, but after the last one, I just wanted to get an out. So now Dax Pine is going to come up to bat with now runners at second and third. Ball number 1 to the inside there to start. Oop, trying to get it to the outside. That is a foul ball, so the count now is 1-1. This should do it. Bro Davis gets it over to first, and that is out number 3. And they're going to have to bring in a new pitcher here, Grubbs, who we saw in our last game. This is where the Logmen are going to struggle. I mean, unfortunately, we hurt Undermeyer, and so now they're going to have to bring in their bullpen. But they pitched so much in our last game that they're going to all have really low stamina. So this is going to be interesting to see whether or not the Wranglers here can open this game up, as they're currently leading 2-0. Grubbs comes in and throws a couple quick strikes. Ooh, there's another one. Caught the inside corner, and he goes down looking, and that's going to bring up now Severus Sasso. He is 0 for 1 on the day and continues to struggle. So annoying. He sees like one of our, at least if you look at it on paper, the stats, he looks like he should be way better than he seems to be. I'm not quite sure what that is about as he hits a line drive to the first baseman for out number 2, and that's going to bring up John Johns now. Grubbs comes in here pitching the ball pretty well here to start. Count now 1-1. There is our opportunity, and we hit it out to center field, but that is going to be caught for out number 3. Quick 1-2-3 inning for the Logmen, and we're going to have Bobby Davis, Samplemore, and Longstroke coming up to bat now. Bobby Davis 1 for 1 on the day so far. He hits one up, trying to get over there, but that's just going to go foul. Come with the curve here and see if we can get it. And that one looks like it has popped up. Who's going to come in to catch that one? I don't know. And finally, Bro Davis says, I got it. And he comes over and catches it. So there is out number 1. Samplemore now up to bat. And we're going to come high and inside to start. And that is ball number 1. Now low and inside. Strike 1. Slider to the outside. Dropkin from third. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Dropkin gets that one, gets it over the first just in time for the out. Mateo Longstroke now up to bat here. Ooh, he blasts one out there. That one's going to hit the wall. Trying to get it there with Shaz Hatter, but that's going to be a double. Nice hit there. Wayne Middleman now up to bat. He has got a .429 average with a home run on the season so far. That was not a ball. That was a strike. Come on now. Throwing a lot more curves in this one. I don't really know why, but I'm kind of liking it. Liking that pitch. Woo, got there just in time for out number 3. And that's going to take us now to the top of the 5th with the Wranglers still leading 2-0. Ryan Dropkin now up to bat. Strike number 1. Nice pitch there to start. Way to the inside. 1-1 count now. 1-2 count now. Ooh. Kind of botched it there. Well, they're going to get it in time, and no. He is in safe. And that is going to bring up now Van Campbell, who is the culprit for hitting Undermeyer. Line drive right to the chest. 1-1 count here to start. And there he goes with the base hit, just trying to help himself here. That's going to put runners now at first and second base with the top of our order. Bro Davis coming up to bat. Let's see if we can get him going here. 1-0 start. 1-1. And there's a, ooh, what a play by the second baseman. Diving snag to prevent the single there. And that's going to bring up, Nickel King. High and outside for ball number 1. That one looks high as well, so 2-0 count here to start. I decided to swing on that one, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder. That's going to be 2 outs. Don't really want to leave these guys stranded here. Let's see if Shaz Hatter's having a nice day so far. 2 for 2. Let's see if he can get another hit here. High and inside for ball number 1.
Nope.
Outside, ball 2. There's a strike. Count now 2-1. And there, ooh, third baseman kind of botched it there. That's going to load up the bases. Unfortunately, that one didn't get past, didn't allow a run to score. But now Jack Lopez, who is actually kind of struggling here to start, We're going to have to see whether or not he can get a base hit and maybe score a run. But they're going to bring in, it looks like a new fielder. Mateo must have got hurt on that one. He must have been their third baseman. He comes up hurt after that play. Logmen are struggling here, getting hurt. So a new fielder comes in. Dislocated shoulder is what they're calling it for a long stroke. That's unfortunate. Count now 1-1. Ooh, that was the opportunity there. I should have hit that one. 1-2 now. And that one looks like it's just going to get popped up and be caught here, leaving 3 stranded in this one. Very disappointing inning there as we got men on base with no outs on first and second, get the bases loaded and get no runs. But we're going to see Grubbs, Carter, and Finneman coming up here now for the Logmen. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter here. Earl North is going to come in for Grubbs, which means we're going to see a new pitcher at the top of the 6th inning. Ball 1 to start there for Van Campbell. Trying to get that one to the outside. That is strike number 1. Let's come back low and inside. That's going to be a foul ball, and strike number 2. Let's come high and inside this time. And let's see if we can get Sasso in to catch that one in. He does for out number 1. Carter 0 for 2 on the day. Let's make it 0 for 3. Let's keep it up. Keep up the non-hit streak, which it looks like we're going to. Interesting bounce there off the mound. But Larry Curtis still able to snag it and get it over to first. And we're going to try to do the same thing here with Finneman. Oh, but maybe not. He's going to just rocket one out there right away for the base hit. So nice hit by him. He's not messing around. First pitch single there. Let's try to get this last out of this inning. Let's not let him get some sort of crazy 2-out rally. Whew, they're hitting the ball hard now. Last 2 hits have been hit hard. Gonna have to pay attention here a little bit as Dax Pine is up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Looks like Van Campbell's stamina is kind of middle of the road. Kind of have to keep an eye on that here moving forward. There we go for strike number 1. Let's come back high and inside. Ball 2. Count now 2-1. Coming with the slider. Got it in there for strike 2. Let's come up with the changeup now to the other side. Woo. Let's get that one over to first for out number 3. And that is going to be the end of the, I think it was the 6th inning. Roosevelt's going to come in to pitch. His stamina is about 3/4 of the way. Sorry, it actually is the top of the 6th as Larry Curtis, Severus Sasso, and John Johns are coming up to bat. Thank you for coming out and watching tonight. We're in our 3rd game here in Season 2 in our Great Vacation League. Playing as the Wranglers. Winning this one 2-0. There comes the first 2 strikes now. Should stop talking and pay attention as we strike out there with Larry Curtis. Severus Sasso continuing to struggle on the season, just a 182 average. At this point, I'm thinking maybe for the next game, we're just going to sit this guy. I mean, he is just not hitting well. 1-2 count now. Maybe taking him out for a bit will get his confidence back up or something. I don't know what his deal is. John Johns now up to bat with 2 outs here. Nice strike there to start for Rosenfeld. Ooh, looked like the same pitch. I didn't want to give up another strike, but that one is a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Logmen. And they're going to have Davis, Samplemore, and Tamayo coming up to bat here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Trying to get that one to the inside, and it works. Let's come with this crazy curve. Got him for strike number 2, and now we're going to come high and inside. We're going to try to fool him. No, ball number 1. Hung tough there. Let's come with the cut fastball high this time. Woo. That goes over to Dropkin, who gets it over to first for out number 1. Flick Sample Moore now up to bat. She's 0 for 2 on the day, so let's keep it at that for sure. She hits one over there to Nickel King. We're just going to run that one over to first for out number 2. Flax Tamayo now up to bat. This is their pitcher right now, I think. So let's just see. Oh, missed that dive. Maybe I didn't need to dive there, or I should have dived a little bit earlier. Not quite sure there. But in any case, that's going to bring up Wayne Middleman.
Nope, that's inside.
Man, some of these pitches seem very similar to pitches that get called for strikes, and here they go again, hitting the ball hard. So they've now got, with 2 outs, runners on first and second base with their pitcher, Roosevelt, coming up to bat. But they're going to actually put in Norwest. He's got some decent power, decent contact, not much speed, so obviously they're just looking for a base hit here. Let's not give him one. Strike number 1 there to start. Let's come back high and inside. There's going to be strike number 2 on the foul. Let's come with the changeup low and inside, and he pops that one up. Let's see if Bro Davis can get there, and he does for out number 3. Great way to end it there. They're going to bring in yet another new pitcher, Everett Grips. Again, they're struggling with their pitching right now. I think that's their biggest downfall at the moment, especially in these last couple of games that we played against them. Nice pitch there to start. Felt like I needed to swing on that one, but it might have been a little bit inside. But in any case, that is going to be out number 1. And that's going to bring up our pitcher, Van Campbell. Maybe it's time to think about taking him out. We're going to let him swing. Well, those aren't good pitches to be swinging at. That looks way inside, and it is 1-2. And there is a base hit by Van Campbell. Again, just trying to help himself. I continue, actually, it seems like I hit the ball well with our pitchers. So I'm going to keep doing it. Bro Davis, 1 for 3 on the day with a home run and an RBI. Let's see if we can get another hit here with him. Strike 1 there to start. Ooh, that one was low. Strike 2. That looks like if it gets down, it's not going to. So that's going to be out number 2. Nickel King now up to bat. He's 1 for 3 with a home run. That was earlier. They had Bro Davis and Nickel King had back-to-back home runs right after the starting pitcher for the Logman, Undermeyer, got hit with a pitch but stayed in the game. That's where we got our 2 runs. And there's a nice hit right back up the middle for a base hit. That's going to put runners now at first and second with Shaz Hatter coming up to bat. He's got a ton of power, but I haven't seen it much this year so far. Be nice to see it now. Let's see if we can open up this game a little bit. There is ball number 1. Ball number 2, it looks like. There's strike number 1. 2-1 count now. Ooh, and right to the third baseman. Line drive for out number 3. That's going to take us to the bottom of the 7th here, as Carter is back up 0 for 3. Of course, we're going to try to make it 0 for 4. Just trying to get over there, able to get there in time for the catch. Judd Finneman now up to bat. He is struggling just to... Not a good start to the season here for Finneman. Let's keep it that way. Let's not let him get on track. Come with the changeup now to the low and outside. Get him to swing at it. And that one's going out to the left. That one looks like it might go, and it does just enough. I spoke a little bit too soon there, giving up the solo shot to Finneman. Maybe it's time to bring in a new pitcher. Don't want to let this one get away from us. Cindy McLay, 2 for 3 with 2 singles today. Stamina's getting down on Van Campbell. Let's make a change now. And let's go ahead and bring in Emmett Beefy. There we go. Strike number 1 to start. Gotta like that. Ooh, pop up. John Johns can't quite get there. Let's come low to the outside. Oh, come on. Let's come low into the inside. Oh, yikes. Let's come with the big sweeping curve here, but we're going to miss it. Able to get it over to first for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Dax Pine. 0 for 3 on the day, just a 273 average. Let's go, buddy. Let's make it 0 for 4, which it looks like he's going to do. Get it over to first for out number 3, but they do get a solo shot home run to make the score now 2-1 in this one. Logmen aren't giving up easy. This is a very different game than the last one we played. Last game we played just previous to this one, we won easily 8-2, and this game has just felt totally different. Logmen are definitely fighting a lot harder as we hit one out there. Nice hit. We're going to go for 2 here, maybe 3. Nah, we're going to hold it 2. Nice double here to start this inning. Larry Curtis now, he is just 0 for 3 on the day, but he does have a 364 average. Let's see if we can get a base hit here or something to start. There is strike number 1. Ooh, and that one is blasted high. It doesn't have enough to go, and it does for the 2-run shot. What a hit. That is going to make the score now 4-2. Larry Curtis with his first home run of the season. 3rd RBI of the season, and that's going to bring up Severus Sasso, and they're going to make another change here, bringing in Yellow. We'll have to see what happens here. That's going to be way to the outside for ball number 1. Ooh, and there's maybe a nice hit there if it can go. Not quite. Thought it might get into the gap there, maybe for a double, but not quite. John Johns now 0 for 3, just a 176 average on the season for him so far. So he's kind of struggling here. Count 1-1 here to start. And there's a hit. 3rd baseman botches that one, and that's going to end up being a single. That happened earlier, and their 3rd baseman, Mateo Longstroke, ended up with a dislocated shoulder, so that's actually their backup 3rd baseman. Ryan Dropkin now into bat here with a runner on first base. Nice pitch there to start. Strike number 1. The same pitch, and that one gets through. Not quite sure how it did. Looked like it might have actually hit the base runner there, but still snuck through. That's going to bring up our pitcher now, Emmett Beefy. Let's see if he can help himself as he hits one right back up the middle, and we're going to try to bring a run home here. We're going to try to score more runs in this one, and he gets in there, make the score now 5-1. And that's now going to bring up Bro Davis, already with a home run on the day. Let's see if he can get another nice hit here, bring home another run for us. 1-0 to start, 1-1 now. Ooh, and he rifles one, but great play by the 3rd baseman that time. Nice snag. Does that look like if that would have went through, that would have been a double. Probably would have brought all the runs home. But what a play by the 3rd baseman there to prevent that from happening. Woo. Swinging at the high stuff. I shouldn't be doing that. That one goes out of play, luckily. But 0-2 count here to start. That one looks high, and it is 1-2. 2-2 now. Ooh, that's just a dribbler. Count's still going to be 2-2. And that is a strikeout, and that's going to end this inning, but the damage was done as the Wranglers now lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Bobby Davis, Samplemore, and Tamayo coming up to bat. Emmett Beefy still our pitcher here. Let's see if we can continue to keep these guys off the board. They had the solo shot in the last inning against Van Campbell, and that was when the decision was made to bring in Beefy. Stamina was down, so we decided, well, it's time to make a change. Ooh, trying to make that diving snag there, but couldn't quite get to it. But that's going to be a double here as the Logmen are getting things going. Flick Samplemore now up to bat. She is 0 for 3 on the day. Let's make it 0 for 4 as far as I'm concerned. Nice pitch there for strike number 1. Fouled off for strike 2 to make the count now 1-2. Let's try to get her out right now. Whew. Thought maybe that one had a chance, but nope. But that one does. Got her for the strikeout. That's going to be out number 1. Flax Tamayo now up to bat. There we go. Good way to start this at bat. Let's come with the curve here on this pitch. Ooh, that's just a kind of a little dribbler. That's going to actually keep the runner at second, and that is going to be out number 2. Wayne Middleman now up to bat. Let's get out number 3 right now. Let's do this. Oops. A little bit of a something happening here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. My TV is all sorts of funky. I can't see anything. Let's see if it comes back here. So that actually ended up being a base hit. I couldn't even see it. My TV is out. I don't know what in the world is going on here. As a run scores, another run scores. I can't see anything. I don't know what in the world is going on with my TV. All I see is a fuzzy white screen, although I can still see that you guys can see that I'm still playing here, but I'm not quite sure how to do this now. Maybe if I turn my TV off. Let's see if I can turn my TV off here. Hold on for just a minute here, folks. Not quite sure what in the world happened. My TV, I'm just seeing white snow. Obviously the PlayStation is still playing. You guys can still see that, but I can't see anything. So we're going to try to turn off the TV and maybe turn it back on here and see if we can get back into this one. Ah, I am able to. So we are back. Let's see if we can finish this game. Very weird there. There we go with the strike. Sorry about that. That was a little bit scary. Don't know what was up with that one, but let's see if we can get this last out, as we had just a weird turn of events there. I couldn't see what was going on the screen. Couldn't make any throws in, so it ended up being a in the park home run for the Logmen, I think, and then that made the score 5-3, but we're finally able to get that last out. They're going to bring in yet another new pitcher, Andrew Clapp, and he is going to come in and face Shaz Hatter, Jack Lopez, and Larry Curtis here in the top of the 9th, with the Wranglers leading here 5-3. After my TV just crashed. I don't know what in the world just happened. That was very weird. And then he opens up with strike there, number 1, and we're going to get a hit there, but what a play by the second baseman. Jumping grab there for out number 1. That's going to bring up Jack Lopez now. That looks low. That hit the dirt. Ball 1. There's ball 2. There's finally strike number 1. Ooh, nice pitch there for strike 2. 2-2 now. That looks high. Full count now. 3-2. And there is our pitch, and we rifle it at or hit it hard out to right. Will it go? And it does for the home run. What a at-bat there. Able to get the solo shot by Jack Lopez. First home run on this season. Second RBI of the season. And that's going to make the score now 6-3 and bring up Larry Curtis, who has also already had a home run in this game. And that one goes to the inside for ball number 1. There's our strike. 1-1 count now. That one looks outside, and it is 2-1 count. Ooh, big high one. 3-1 count. Ooh, and that one is hit just to second base for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Severus Sasso, who again, I'm thinking that maybe next game he's not going to be playing. He continues to just struggle. Strike number 1. Seems like he continues to hit the ball hard, but they're always outs. Ooh, as they drop it actually. So he ends up getting the base hit on the drop there. Looked like an easy out, but this inning will continue now with Severus Sasso on first base. There is strike number 1. Ooh, trying to right back to the pitcher. That's going to be out number 3, but with the solo home run, we make the score now 6-3. We are going to be bringing in our closer to face these folks here and see if we can get out of this game. Let's bring in Mr. Wally Flan. We're going to try to open this up right away. Dropkin over at third. Gets it over to first. That is a great way to start here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 pitch and an out. Judd Finneman now up to bat. Had his first home run of the season last time he was up to bat. Very disappointing, obviously, for the Wranglers, but inside off the plate. Excuse me, and we give up the walk. Very interesting set of pitches there. That's going to bring up McClay. Let's see if we can get the double, but no, she pops it up here. We're going to have to come in, I think, for this one. And there is the catch for out number 2. One more out, and the Wranglers will have started the season here 3-0. Strike number 1. That one kind of missed, but it fooled him anyway for strike number 2. Woo, that's a fair ball. Nice hit there. Not a whole lot to do about that. And luckily it was kind of a slow dribbler, so it ended up just being a single, but now they got runners at first and second base. Oh, and what a play by Bro Davis to end this one as the Wranglers win again. So we've started out season number 2, 3-0. Very exciting start here to our season, seeing a lot of runs. That's exciting to see, but we're winning. It seems like maybe a little too handily. I don't know. We're like I said, we've been struggling with finding the right ego. We played on one ego last season. We played on a different one. Well, that's even more interesting to see. So Wayne Middleman and Judd Finneman are the 2 top players on this game, with Jack Lopez in third. That's interesting to see considering we won. But in any case, that is going to do it for this game. As again, the Wranglers are starting out 3-0 here on the season. Again, we've been struggling with the ego. Last season we played like a 43 ego. And ultimately went to 45 for one game, but started out our last season 7-1, switched it up to 50 ego, and promptly went 1-9. So 50 ego was too high, but I decided to go with 47 ego here to start this season, kind of trying to cut the difference. We've won the first 3 in a row, which I'm excited about, obviously. But maybe I want these games to be a little bit more exciting. But no matter what, as I've already said, we are going to continue to run with 47 ego for at least for the first 8 games of the season. Again, we're playing a 24-game season with 9-inning games this time around versus last season where we went just 16 games at 7-inning games. So we're switching things up here a little bit. Wranglers start 3-0. Foresters are also 3-0. I actually think that's who we're going to play next, so that could be a good test to see where things really stand for us on this 47 ego. Let's go ahead and check that out. Actually, no, I am mistaken. We're going to play the Aquatics. Let's take again a quick look at our schedule, and then we're going to face, so we're going to kind of move into some interdivisional play here now. Playing the Aquatics, then the Yellowfins, then the Swordfish, then the Bottlenoses, and then we're going to come back to the Mountain Division and play the Woodsmiths. It looks like we don't really play the Foresters, who are currently right behind us here in the Mountain Division, until our 10th game or so of the season. But good start here for us. 3-0 start. Very excited about that. We're going to continue to keep an eye here on the ego. Pitching maybe has seemed a little bit too easy. We've gotten a ton of strikeouts. Havoc Middleman in our first game had 10 strikeouts. So maybe that's something to think about. Maybe we need to go back to kind of a split ego thing. But no matter what, we're going to play through this first 8 games of the season and see where things stand. If after this 8th game we're undefeated or I've only lost 1, maybe we'll just bump it up to 48 and see where that puts us. But for right now, I'm excited that we started out our season well. It's nice to get back on the winning ways. As obviously, like I said, we went 1-9 to finish off our season and the playoffs. Interestingly, we actually made the playoffs last season. So it was nice to get back here on our winning ways here, starting 3-0 to start this season. So I am very excited about that.
But that is going to do it for this episode. We will look forward to our next game against the Aquatics. It will be Ty Hunt versus Ditto Yellow. Very excited for that game. Really enjoying this series. Really enjoying the Great Vacation League. I hope you are as well. If you are, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so, and hit that bell so you do not miss any more Wranglers baseball action. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.